The mission is centered around the head, the heart, and the hand. It requires us to think, it requires us to feel, and of course it requires us to do something.
CILSA's big audacious goal when it was founded was to create a culture of service and social justice through faculty collaborations, community collaborations, and student leadership that would permeate the entire campus community. It's present now in the core curriculum. Students are taking community engagement courses in multiple disciplines, from the sciences, business, liberal arts. Some of CILSA's early pioneers include someone like Shawnee Anderson and her work, particularly through January term travel courses, doing direct service work, helping people who are largely in the midst of traumatic experiences.
It's possible to say that community engagement isn't something we should foist upon every student, because when students get into these community situations, they might hesitate and be reluctant. But after a series of experiences in the community, they find their perspective changing. They really do find themselves seeing the world in different ways. And so I think community engagement almost always leads to really positive outcomes for everybody.
Our students come to St. Mary's in part because they know that this notion of social justice or equity, and then also cultivating student leadership, is part of who we are. We have the Jumpstart program, the public service internship, Monument Corps for middle school success, and the MICA Summer Fellowship, where we have students living in community, working in nonprofits.
I'm so appreciative of just the opportunities that I've had to learn more about social justice issues that I care about, but also just restructure and reframe that idea of what family looks like in my own life.
It's pushed me in so many ways and has taught me that patience can lead to a lot of great things.
I think plants have really taught me that everything takes time and you don't really notice the smaller changes until you're already something completely new.
When we started out with CILSA and MICA, we didn't have a farm. We didn't have Plowshare's Nursery. We didn't have a community garden as big as we have now. And so, in having a large group of motivated volunteers lets you take on those projects and build that capacity. Whereas if it was just our own staff doing it, it would take years to do what they could do at a couple of volunteer events. Beyond that though, by working with St. Mary's students and CILSA, for our residents, it's really about people caring about them. It has an impact.
I don't think I would be where I am today in higher education as a success coach if I didn't go through that program. Now I work with students one-on-one and coaching them through whatever goals they set for themselves, whether it be academic, social, personal, professional. Students are our future.